Okay, good morning, everyone. Questions just are coming every morning, so that's kind of cool. Today, the question is, what is distracting you from your soul purpose? So once again, we're just going to use the 3 tarot decks. If I'm called to use other things, I will. But I'm going to open the energy and let's find out. All right. If you haven't picked a deck, pause the video and do so. Focus on the question, what is distracting you from fulfilling your soul purpose? Okay. And I'm going to get started now with my first deck. So deck number 1. What is distracting you from fulfilling your soul purpose? Or from focusing on your soul purpose? First and foremost, you have to focus on it to fulfill it, right? Okay, I don't know if we're doing a spread. Okay, that card wants to go there. Okay, they want me to talk about this card before we do anything else. So this card is telling you that opportunities are coming for you to receive clarity and focus, to achieve clarity and focus. So I'm assuming this is for, for opportunities are coming for you to focus on your soul purpose, to focus on and have clarity around your soul purpose. Okay, so they don't want you to be concerned. Okay, opportunities, they're sending opportunities your way, is what I'm reading with this card here. Yeah. So this card opens the door to new projects. It promises fruitful, it's the fruitful promise of knowledge and intellect. So, okay, the fruitful promise of knowledge and intellect. So what this is telling me is that what's distracting you from fulfilling your soul purpose is you want to know everything. So we've talked about this before. You know, we have to accept both sides of the coin for anything, to receive anything. So we have to accept knowing and not knowing to receive the full coin of knowing or not knowing, right? We have to accept both. So what's distracting you what's distracting you from fulfilling your soul purpose, from focusing on fulfilling your soul purpose, is you don't feel you know enough. You want to know more. You always want to know more. You're always looking for opportunities to know more, which is fine. But, and they're sending you all of these opportunities to have clarity and focus, okay? But it's kind of like perfectionism. That's what's coming. Perfectionism around what you know. Okay, so you don't feel that you can be an authority in what you know yet. So whatever your soul purpose is, whatever you believe your soul purpose is, you don't feel you have enough knowledge or authority. So you keep getting distracted by seeking more, okay, and looking for these opportunities to get more. Yeah. So yeah, which is not a bad thing, but it's how do I put it? It's a never-ending thing. Okay, at some point you're just gonna have to own that you know what you know, you don't know what you don't know, and that's okay. And you can still focus on pursuing and fulfilling your soul purpose. Okay, that's what they're telling me. All right, here we go. Oh, all very good cards. Okay. This is the card that I'm not sure of what they're trying to say with that card. So they tell me go to this book, go to the book, look at the reversed meaning in this particular book. I'm using a very particular book these days for now. That's what they've guided me to use. Okay. Okay, interesting. I would never have interpreted the card in reverse this way. In reverse, the Four of Wands primarily indicates achievements. This includes learning a new skill or overcoming an addiction, the addiction to know more. Despite its positive characteristics, Four of Wands in reverse can also indicate conflict within the home. Okay, so that's not what it's about, because we're talking about fulfilling your soul purpose. I mean, there might be conflicts within your home. That might be distracting you from fulfilling your soul purpose. So that definitely, if that applies to you, recognize that. But what they want me to talk about is, okay, so is the first part of that interpretation in this book. So what I'm hearing now, when I put them all together with that interpretation, is the more you focus on your emotional and spiritual fulfillment, which is focusing on your soul purpose, right? The more you focus on getting this, being in this place of flowing, and coming to a place of emotional and spiritual fulfillment, oh, it's gone now. Hold on. What did it strike me when it said this was about achievements and addiction? Well, the more you'll achieve those life skills, or those skills, right, that they were talking about in the Four of Wands there, reversed. They want me to go back to the book to refresh, because I had it. Okay. Yeah, so it's okay. So yes, that's the answer. So you are seeking knowledge all the time, new skills, etc., etc. But you need to start practicing whatever you want to do. And by practicing, I don't just mean practicing like we practice, playing basketball, or we practice playing the piano or whatever. I mean practicing in the real world with others, okay? So whatever it is you feel you're called to do in order to fulfill your soul purpose, just start doing it. That's what this card is saying. Start doing it. And when you start doing it, you'll achieve, you'll have achievements, and you'll develop new skills, and etc. Everything that you're trying to get here, okay, in this wanting to know, wanting to learn, wanting to get certified, etc., etc. That's what it's saying to me. Everything that you're trying to achieve here will come through this practice of your emotional, spiritual fulfillment. So it's time for you to, accept what you know, accept what you don't know, accept what you're certified in, accept what you're not certified in. Even if you're not certified in anything at all, just accept it all, okay? Allow it all. And start practicing. Start doing what you feel fulfills your soul purpose, okay? And those skills, achievements, certifications, whatever it is, will come through doing it, okay? So no more thinking you need to gather more and more and more and more knowledge, intellect, skills, right? You gather it by focusing on your soul purpose and doing it, okay? And then this card says, this is about financial, so, or material world stuff. And this is about when you feel like you're on the verge of defeat, it's when you're on the verge of success. So if some of you have potentially, decided that this is going to be your livelihood, you might feel like you're never going to be able to make enough. You're never going to be able to survive on this, whatever. So you're distracted by other things like finances, etc. Don't give up. That says persist. Don't give up. You will be successful in the material world with your soul purpose, and because you've made wishes upon a star, upon this, to your star family, to your spirit team, etc., to the universe. You've made these wishes, you've said the prayers, whatever, however you put it out there, and they are coming true. They will come true once you start focusing, okay? So don't let this constant need is what I'm hearing, constant need for more knowledge, more authority, more certification, more validation, more intellectual understanding, all of that. Don't let this need for more of that distract you. When you start doing it and living it, it will come and you will be successful at it. Okay? That's what they want you to know. Group number 1. All right, my group number 2. Let's see, what is distracting you from focusing on fulfilling your soul purpose? That's how the question is coming now. Let's see. Okay. The 4 of Cups, fear of past mistakes. Okay, so maybe you've tried to focus on it before and you've feel like you've made some mistakes and you don't want to make those mistakes again, okay? So that's natural, right? We all have that. Right? So in this book that they're guiding me to use these days, and sometimes they say go to the book, and it's the tarot, it's the Luna Soleil, so it goes with this deck actually. It says the 4 of Cups symbolizes regret due to opportunities lost and remorse due to situations missed. You may feel trapped in the past, unable to escape your prior reality. So yeah, it's this regret from the past, the fear of making the same mistakes, the regret of missed opportunities. That's interesting, right? Regret of missed opportunities, or something about situations. What did it say again? Let me go back to it, because that stood out too. Here we go. Situations missed. So opportunities lost and situations missed. So regret due to opportunities lost and remorse due to situations missed. Okay, so those 3 things, okay? And then fear of repeating past mistakes, okay? So that's what's distracting you from focusing on fulfilling your soul purpose. So what's their advice to you now? What do they advise you to do? Okay, I know it's going to be 3 cards, so because of the first group, so we're allowed to cut this time. All right, put the 3 cards down. We're going to read them together, but I'm going to turn them over one at a time. Okay, yep. Okay, is that meant to stay in reverse? Is that meant to stay in reverse, this advice card? No, okay. I knew it wasn't. Okay. All right, the 3 of Wands, the Magician, and the 7 of Cups. That's quite amazing, actually. Yeah. Okay. The 3 of Wands says that you have been putting the work in. You've been really putting the work in. You haven't just been wishing upon stars. You've been working toward your goals. You've really put the work in. You have been willing your ship to come in, okay? Not just expecting it to, or wanting it to, or wishing it to. You've been willing it to. You've been learning how to use your will power in order to manifest what you want in your life, okay? So by doing so, that's paid off and you've become the magician, okay? You've become the magician, all right? Yeah, so you've put the work in to become this magician, to become the person who can manifest here in the world, okay? And who understands the secrets, because this is the 7 of Cups, who understands the secrets of the universe and the world and the physical world and how everything works together. So you've put the work in to do this, okay? So I don't know what's happened in the past, what opportunities you feel you've missed, or what situations you feel, opportunities you feel were lost, or situations you feel were missed. But what they're telling you is let that go, because you haven't missed anything. You haven't lost anything. You know, your life path, your work that you've done throughout your life has brought you to this place, okay, of you know, of being this magician and understanding what, you know, this card always says imagine what you don't know, okay, as well. So you need to imagine, you need to come to this place of imagining what you don't know. You know, yes, you've come to this place of being able to imagine what you do know and to manifest what you do know, but they are saying, the secrets of the universe, more than you can possibly imagine, are available to you. Okay, they're available to you now through everything you've done in your life, all this past work, work, quote unquote, whatever it is. So they want you to really just let go of this. Don't have regrets. Don't fear any past mistakes, quote unquote mistakes you've made. Don't making them again. It's about decisions, maybe decisions you've made in the past. Don't fear. You didn't make any wrong decisions. You didn't make any mistakes by choosing the things that you chose or making the decisions that you chose, okay? Because again, there's so much more than what you can imagine or know happening in this universe and in the divine plan and etc. So you didn't make any mistakes, so let go of that fear, okay? Let go of any regret for lost opportunity. Let go of any remorse for missed situations. That's all untrue. That's just a story you're telling yourself that's distracting you from fulfilling your soul purpose, focusing on it. Everything you've done up until now has been to fulfill your soul purpose, to learn how to will what you want to create in this world, what brings you joy in this world. Okay, how to become this magician so that you can do so, and how to go beyond the choices you think that are in front of you to the choices that you can't even imagine. Okay, so focus on being the magician you are and opening yourself to more than you can imagine. Okay, and that's why these, you think that you lost opportunities or you missed situations, but those were to bring you to a place of more than you can imagine. If you had made the decisions that you think you should have made, if you had taken the opportunities that you think you should have taken, or put yourself in the situations you think you should have, you would be missing out on all of this stuff that you don't know, that you can't possibly even imagine right now. So that's what they're saying. Don't make this wrong. The past, it was perfect. Okay? And it's leading you toward it. So stop being distracted by the past and focus on your soul purpose, on fulfilling your soul purpose going forward. Okay? Bringing everything that you've learned and all the work that you've done with you. You guys go have a beautiful day. All right, deck number 3. Let's see what is distracting you from focusing on your soul purpose. Okay. No. Oh, yeah. Okay. Is this one? Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, it is. Okay. I don't even have to let the pendulum. I heard it right away. So this is 11. So 11 is the psychic intuitive number, okay, first and foremost, right? This is the Ace of Pentacles, so this tells you that there's opportunities coming for you in the world, coming in the material world. This is the World card, which tells me that, as you open yourself to the world opens itself to you, okay? But because you're such an empath, because you're such a psychic intuitive person, you're worried. This card, if it was upright, would be about you filling your cup first and then letting it overflow to share with others. You're worried that you're going to be drained by this. So what's distracting you from focusing on fulfilling your soul purpose is the concern that because you are such an empath, such a psychic intuitive person, that you will be drained if you open yourself up to the world and let the world open itself up to you and receive these opportunities that are coming. Okay? That's okay. They're going to give you some advice now. All right? Here's the advice. Okay. Yeah, good advice. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, no, leave it like that. Wow. Beautiful. So the advice is, it's all about the emotions. What separates us from the spirit world and, when we're here in the physical world is the intensity of our emotions. the intensity of our emotions really messes with us sometimes, right? It's what makes us want to hold on to things. It's what makes it so painful to let go of things at times. It's just it's we're so emotional here. It's part of the beauty of being human, but it's also part of the struggle of being human is our emotions, right? How do we handle them, deal with them? So the King of Cups has learned the nature of emotions, and he's learned that he can let them come and go equally. So he can let emotions come and go equally. So he can let positive emotions come, but he can also let them go. He doesn't have to hold on tight, trying to hold on to the joy. He'll let it come and go. And he can also let pain, emotional pain, come and go, right? He doesn't have to try to keep it from coming. So, put up, walls and shields and everything to try to keep it from coming, because he knows that it can come and it will go as easily as it came. Okay. He knows that emotions are not permanent. They're not, they're not, they're not meant to be permanent. You make them permanent when you're trying to hold them back or hold on to them, right? So that's what the King of Cups has learned, and that's why he lives in flow. He's in flow. He lets things come and go, just like the tides of the ocean, okay? The ocean tide will always come back in. It'll go out, but it'll always come back in, okay? And it's doing whatever it does that it needs to do as it does that, right? And that's what he understands about emotions, okay? Let them come, let them go, okay? And then that once you've got that about your emotion, you can apply that to anything. You can let anything in your life come and go equally, and let it's and be in flow. So you can receive and you can give. You can receive and you can give. And instead of it being this draining experience, it's a fulfilling one, because you receive, you give, and then it comes back. You receive, you give. It's like that ocean tide always coming back, and it's a flow, it's a circle. I see it as a circle right now. Okay. He knows there's always enough, there's always plenty. He's in full abundance consciousness and faith consciousness, love consciousness, wholeness consciousness, unity consciousness. Okay. So that's what they're saying. Remember that you too can be here. Okay. You know this. You can center yourself. Okay. If you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling like this, this concern about, you're going to be giving too much, you're going to be drained, you're going to be, because of who you are, you're very psychic, you're very intuitive, and you're very empathic is what this, 11 is the unity consciousness as well, which is why you're psychic and intuitive and everything. So you're so tapped into the wholeness, the whole, that you're afraid of losing yourself in it, right? You feel everything that the whole feels, so that's why this freaks you out a bit. And of course it does, right? Now, look at this. We have the Temperance card, but she's in reverse. So the reverse is not a bad thing with this card. First of all, loving partnership between the spirit world and the physical world, between anything, right? When you're in flow, you're in loving partnership with anything and everything, okay? Yourself, the universe, your loved ones, whatever, okay? It's easy to attain that place. Now, when this is upright, this shows, beautiful angel of temperance pouring blessings into your life, helping you have this peaceful life and this beautiful life and fulfill your soul purpose. But when it's reversed, what it says to me is that you have a part to play in this. This is a partnership, right? So you also, the things you do in this world flow back to the spirit world. So this is about being in flow, right? This is all about being flow. This is letting everything blend together to be in this unity consciousness, letting, it's like an alchemy. She's like an alchemist here, right? You're letting the divine masculine, divine feminine, the giving, the receiving, the darkness, the light, everything blend together and flow back and forth and etc. Okay. So that's what they're telling you here. Okay. This is the Seven of Pentacles, which is the card that says when you feel like you're going to be defeated in this physical world. So whether that means financially or whether that means, you're just drained emotionally, whatever. When you're feeling on the verge of defeat, that's when you're on the verge of success and a breakthrough, and just keep going, okay? keep going in this physical world. Keep going. And this is the Star card. Your fulfillment. This is a fulfillment card. This is a wish fulfillment card and a fulfillment card. So you will fulfill your soul purpose, okay? When you remember that you are the King of Cups, you're in a loving partnership with all, and allow this back and forth, blending, giving and receiving, etc., etc. Okay, so allow that. It doesn't have to be all this way, and it doesn't have to be all that way. It doesn't have to be all going in to your cup, and it doesn't have to be all coming out of your cup. Okay, it can be both. Okay, it can be both. All right, and they want me to put this up right now. And both is signified by it being upright. It's going in, but it's flowing out because it's overflowing. And yeah, your soul purpose, if you focus on it, fulfilling your soul purpose, it's not going to drain you. It's going to fulfill you, okay? That's what they're saying. As long as you remember everything you've learned up until now that has brought you to this place of being in flow, of being in a loving partnership with all, okay? And allowing your wishes to be fulfilled and your soul purpose to be fulfilled. Okay, that is their advice for you. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.